But in studio with me now is Rebecca Pugh, who's a youth worker with the Hurunui District Council. And a very good morning. Can I call you Bex?
Yes, you can. Hi.
I like Bex for Rebecca's for some reason.
Yes, no, Beck is fine. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Bex. How long have you been in the Hurunui area?
Nearly 5 years now.
You loving it?
5 years. Yes, we do. We, my husband and I live just out of Cheviot, sort of on the Leader Road between Waio and Cheviot. So, yes, and Grace, our young, nearly 2-year-old daughter. So, yes, we love the area.
Well, I say Cheviot the way you did with a hard CH there, because when I first came to Canterbury, people said to me, it's Cheviot, not Cheviot. But yes. I notice sometimes people say Cheviot, but hey, now you live up that way, so you can settle this once and for all. Do the locals say Cheviot or Cheviot?
Well, that's where I get stuck too. I hear both. So, I heard a local recently saying Cheviot, so I thought, right, well, that's as good as anything. I'll stick with that.
Well, so the jury's still out, it seems. Yeah. Hey, Rebecca, tell us about your role at the Hurunui District Council.
Yeah, so I'm working as the youth worker there, and I work alongside Ward Chairman. He is the Youth Development Officer, and together we make up the youth team, which is pretty cool. So Ward and I go into the 3 area schools in the Hurunui District. We catch up with our young people there and connect with them, and my role basically is looking at creating events, different opportunities for our young people, and just supporting them and bringing some education to the youth issues that are present for them.
So you're one of these people who have these light bulb moments in the middle of the night. Yeah, oh, that's a good idea.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you can be creative with this role, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good scope for doing some awesome things out there, so it's really cool.
What have been some of the highlights so far?
Well, I'm only 8 weeks into the role so far, but I'd say, some of the reactions to the initiatives I've brought in already has been really awesome. For example, I created some study goodie bags for the year 11 to 13s in the 3 area schools in the district, and they just had things like an A5 notebook, highlighters, pens, travel mugs, herbal tea bags, some chocolates to keep them sweet, and some helplines of where they can go for support. There was the feeling of some anxiety out there for them with this year being really tricky and disruptions to their study, so that was a sort of good luck and pick me up type thing, and their reaction to that was really cool. They were surprised, they were grateful, that was really great. And we had Sylvia Nicolaisen, who's a past head girl and Ducks from Cheviot Area School. She's gone on to do great things, a Will to Live speaker, and she came back and spoke to the year 9 to 13s there and gave them a sort of motivational talk around mental health and self-care, motivation, and again the engagement from young people, the school and parents was really positive, so that was exciting to see. Absolutely.
What is your background with youth? I mean, you look very youthful to me, to be honest.
Thank you. So I've worked with young people for quite a few years now. I've been a peer support worker in a youth one-stop shop that's had doctors, nurses, counsellors, social workers, and recently for the last 8 years I've been teaching. So teaching around different places in New Zealand and local. And then, I've written programs for leadership and wellbeing for our young people and implemented them, and just always been really passionate about youth and looking at what we can do to wrap around them and give them the best opportunities. So an exciting role for me.
Clearly you enjoy being around young people, which is good in your job, that's for sure, Bex. What's on the cards for HYP and HYC at the moment and into next year?
Yeah, really exciting. Ward and I have just undertaken a recruitment process for HYP and HYC, and that's been really successful. We've got some really cool candidates that have come forward, which is exciting for us. HYC is the Hurunui Youth Council, and we've got some pretty cool projects lined up for our young people to get hooked into next year. And HYP is our Hurunui Youth Program, and we're wanting our young people to bring back the hype in lunchtimes and creating events. So Ward and I are currently writing our youth program at the moment for 2021. There's a lot of events coming up. We've got different education opportunities in terms of youth issues, some of the things that our young people told us were important to them through a survey I put out. And we're just looking at creating opportunities and leadership for our young people to get engaged with. So it's looking exciting.
Yeah, I bet it is. And, I would love to know the result of that survey, but time is against us, unfortunately. That's another interview, I think, to be honest. But for young people listening now, what is your message to youth in the Hiranui district regarding your youth program next year, Bex?
Yeah, we really want them to get involved and get engaged. So there's going to be some great events coming up. We would like them to make sure they're following our Hiranui Youth Facebook and Instagram pages, because a lot of information goes up on that. And really, if any young people in our area have skills or experience or things like that they can put their hand up and come forward and look at leading, we'd love to support them with that, and that benefits our other young people. And also anyone else that's listening that doesn't fall into the youth category. We know there's people with massive amounts of skills and things to offer our young people. So I'd love to hear from them as well if there's anything they could contribute. So exciting times.
Very much so. Rebecca Pugh, everybody, is the youth worker at the Hiranui District Council, and man, she's doing a wonderful job.